sitting by myself in this endless stretch of loneliness, wrapped in mystery and deep thoughts. The weight of everything I'm going through sits heavy on my shoulders, so heavy that time itself seems to crawl by. In these quiet moments, when I'm alone with my thoughts, I find myself trapped in a storm of my own creation, spinning through decisions and regrets, with no one to guide me through it all. Every single day feels like I'm racing against time, but I can't even see the finish line. Through all this doubt and shame eating away at me, the people around me are so caught up in their own worlds that they can't see how much I'm hurting inside. They barely look me in the eye with real concern. And when we talk, it's all surface level stuff that never touches the raw pain burning in my chest.
And hey babe, I do want to tell you that in case you don't understand, the reason why they're like that is because someone else ignored their pain. So they were forced to learn how to conquer it by not dealing with it, not talking about it, just simply ignoring it. And so when they see how you're hurting, they see how they were hurting. And they ignored their pain, so they're ignoring your pain. They're ignoring you trying to talk about it, because if you try to discuss your pain, it's going to remind them of their pain. And that's going to trigger. It takes a lot to heal. And some people become dangerous. Sometimes it's better to leave those people alone and you heal. Create distance. But the best way to heal, to start healing, is to talk about the pain. Talk about how you're hurting. Your life is far more important than keeping secrets. No secret is bigger than your life. No secret is better than your life. This is why God says there's nothing hidden that will not be revealed. Because he knows that you're sick because of your secrets. Secrets make people sick. Even your social security number is not a secret. Somebody knows it. It's just responsible people that know that secret. You understand what I'm saying? It's talking about it. But you're not the only one hurting. Those people are hurting inside. That's why they're hurting you. But you have to get away from the people that are hurting you and go towards the people that are ready to heal you. The people that are ready to heal you and understand you, only a person that loves you unconditionally. Right? The person that's responsible for you. I feel and I know deep down that it has to be me, that it is me. And so I have to walk around in these circles to keep explaining, but I'm tired too. So I need you to understand that we're human. We're not robots. Even robots have to be recharged. But the more time we spend on it, it takes long to heal because we have a lot of other things to do. So you have to face what you have to face with the person that you love, that's in your heart, whether it's me or it's someone else. But it sounds like it's me because you're tagging me in all videos, even if it's a secret account, whatever it is, because I'm receiving these messages and I wasn't receiving them before. I heal myself so you can feel the love that you're getting from me. I have to fight battles and demons just to have that supply, that love to supply in you, to put in you, to pour into you. I had to suffer. I don't want you to take that for granted. I don't want you to think you're the only one hurting. I want you to consider my pain without thinking that you have to give me anything in return. But when I say give them the house, grab your baby if you love your baby. Be happy you're alive. Let them have that shit. Okay? We can rebuild here from scratch. You have to be willing to let it go. People die for objects. It's so sad because they don't know the value. Why? Because it wasn't just, they put their life, their sweat and tears into something, and that something gave value to the object. But an object still doesn't weigh the same amount as you weigh. There is no another you. There will always just be one you. Whether you're born again, one spirit, one soul, one mind. But there could be another chair, another couch. It might not be the same exact couch, but it's another couch. It can be replaced. It doesn't feel pain. That woman, when she opened her legs and gave birth to that baby, she gave you something you wanted and you cried for. Right? She hurt or she had a good time. She obviously was hurting. So let's heal her because she doesn't have the love of her life yet. Let's give her the house. Let's give her that safe, a safe place to call hers. Since at least she kept you safe. Even if it wasn't the safest. But there could have been worse. There are people that have died in horrific situations. I want to help you understand that. You're lucky to be beautiful in this lifetime and safe. But there are people that got their eyes burned out. Have you seen Slumdog Millionaire? The guy with the blue eyes, they put a spoon in fire and they burned his eyes out. I don't think you understand that. I don't think you understand. Because you don't see value, because you're too busy thinking, how can I be important? How am I going to live without a house, a place to live? You have a place to live here with me. We have fights to fight. I know. People to fight here. But we have a team that's willing to support us. And that's what you need, is a team. A safe haven under the wings of the government. It's designed this way for a reason. If we live in our own house, we have to fight with your family. Those people ignoring you, they're not going to help. They're just going to cause problems. But if we sit by ourselves and listen to our souls, let's heal. Let's not fight this. You're not just the love of my life. You're like my brother. You're like my son. Everybody else is a stranger. No matter what. But Brilliant Corners is my family now. But nobody is more family to me than you. I hope you understand that. If they told us to leave, I would be happy that I have you. And that's the safest thing anyone can say to you. Because that means they're not going to choose objects over you. That means that I love you. That I would deny the millions of dollars they would try to offer me for your life. Safety is expensive. She threatened your life, but I'm here to keep you safe because I love you unconditionally. I really do. No matter what anybody tries to say or lie or believe, I know myself. If I can keep an ugly ass fucking man alive and safe, like treat him like he's a diamond when he's fucking disgusting, how do you think I'm gonna treat you? If I could treat that cockroach like a king, how do you think I'm gonna treat you? You tell me. The behavior that's inside of your heart will replay. That's the danger of empathy. You have to be careful with it. You will allow a man to slap you 1,000 times until you wake up because you're empathetic. But I'm pretty sure I've fought back. I have no choice because God is here. I'm pretty sure I slapped you back in the past, but we're not going to do that anymore, baby. We're not. We don't have time to fight each other, okay? We don't have time to be enemies. You hear me? You hear me? There are bigger battles. That's why I tell you, hey, if you want to give me a few slaps, I'll try to put some numbing cream, something. You want to feel the pain? Just don't do anything stupid. You know why I say those things? Because I feel like I have no choice but to be with you. So I have to compromise with my husband. I want him to feel better without hurting me to in extreme ways. Okay? I don't want him to think I'm going to drop him off for being imperfect. And I'm serious. I'm preparing myself to deal with this, whatever comes my way. I just want you to release that energy and anger so you don't do it in a different way. I don't want you to hold it in. That's what I want people to try to understand why I say the things that I say. Because I understand therapy, how people work. I've been in the psych ward. I know the anger has to be released in order for the human to fully recover. Anger is an emotion that should not be suppressed or kept inside. That's psychology.
I used to think maybe someone would understand, that someone might reach out and help lift this crushing weight off me. But now, I'm facing the harsh reality. The people who are still around.
Baby, another thing is the only reason why you're feeling that way is because of the things that you're doing. I know it's the food that you're putting in your stomach. Those animals that were killed. When you eat it, you're also eating their pain and suffering. The delicious the delicious steak that you're eating, an animal was tormented. And you're living off of that. So you're carrying their weight. Think about the weight of the chicken, the weight they had to carry, the responsibility of feeding you their body, dying, so you can live. Don't forget the cross that Jesus had to carry on his back. And Jesus didn't even get a house. You hear me, baby? Jesus didn't even get a house. And he was crucified. He was the king. He was kind. You're feeling the weight of the cross. Give your life to God. God has a way to heal you. If you try to find healing in other people, they haven't even found healing in themselves. How could they possibly heal you? They're looking at you as the healer. Because you have healing energy, because your other half is sending you love. But you can't grab my love and go try to give it to other people. You can't. You're robbing yourself. They're going to wonder where you're getting it from. So they're going to try to take it and say, let's see if you can stand this. Where is the love coming from if you can't give it to me? Who are you thinking about? They know there's another woman. Someone is giving you this love. You have to surrender. That's all that is. They're trying to find your person. And I know you're probably hiding because you don't want them to take the person. They can't take me from you. What are they going to hold us against our own will? What are they going to grab us by the throat? They can't force us to speak. I can't force you to surrender, but eventually, time will.
Have completely missed how much I'm struggling. It's like they only want pieces of me. My money, my things, my time, my attention. Standing in the middle of ruins, understanding what it costs me to give. They take what they need without ever showing me their own struggles or understanding what it costs me to give so much. I feel like I'm standing in the middle of ruins that I built myself over the years. Every regret Every mistake stands there, like a monument to all the wrong choices that brought me to this empty place. The decay.
So, baby, what I feel like you're doing is you're looking for love in all the wrong places. Because, yeah, I've shown you my love and my struggles. And maybe, yeah, you're just talking to me because you're getting it off your chest. And maybe you're not looking for love in them. You're looking for something. Let me tell you something. The reason why they can't make you whole is because they don't have your soul. So, whatever you're looking for, worship, praise from them, they can't give that to you because they don't have it in them to give it to you. Okay? In order for someone to give you something, they have to have it. They have to have it. What you have, they don't have. So, trying to change them, trying to mold them because you love them or whatever the issue is only going to leave you empty. You know why I'm looking at you? Because you have something that belongs to me, but I'm not going to force you. It doesn't belong to me. It's yours. It's the other half of you. Unfortunately, we have pieces of each other in each other's body. That doesn't mean your soul is mine. We just have the same soul, but it doesn't mean that that's your piece. And my piece is yours. Whatever. I can't even say mine because I feel like I owe you my life. Like you feel like you owe me your life. If that's how you truly feel. Because otherwise you wouldn't be in secret telling me all these things. Because you feel like you owe me an explanation. Which you do. And I owe you all the explanations in the world. That's not our fault. That's the way things are. We're just giving ourselves to each other. But just let it go. Let it go. As long as you keep holding those bracelets, those rings, those jewels, you're going to keep holding on to the past. I know it's not easy to move forward. But you got to move forward. Think about the bad things they did to you. Why would you want to put yourself through that? Do you think you deserve it? I know you're just explaining to me. I know you already left. But do you think you deserve it? I know sometimes when you talk about it, you relive it because you never got to speak to anybody about it. I get it. But understand that when I hear it, it kind of makes me feel like that you missed that. I know you don't miss it, but it just takes me there a little bit. I need you to understand that. Okay? Please.
I see around me reflect exactly how trust and hope have crumbled inside my heart. For the longest time, I blamed everything else, fate, other people, circumstances that seemed to control my downfall. I held on to this belief that the universe was working against me, that destiny had already decided I would fail. But as the days keep passing, and the silence where you used to be gets louder in my mind, I've come to a painful truth that cuts deep into my soul. The real problem is me. I hurt you, and I have nobody to blame but myself. This slow, agonizing awareness has crept into my heart, showing me the truth of my mistakes with crystal clarity. The longer you've been gone, the more obvious it becomes that I was the one who destroyed my own happiness. I was so blinded by my ego, so lost in my own mess-ups, that I couldn't see the damage I was causing until it was way too late. The pain I caused you is just a reflection of the inner torment I've been trying to ignore for so long. Now, sitting here in this isolation I created for myself, I can feel it. Your quiet suffering, hidden behind that brave face you put on. Even as I wrestle with this guilt, my chest feels like it's being crushed under the weight of regret. The pressure builds until it feels like my lungs might explode from it all. My heart, which used to be strong and hopeful, now aches with every beat, echoing the emptiness that fills all the spaces where love and trust used to live. I've been crying for days, tears streaming down my face, as I grieve for what could have been. This sorrow feels like a tidal wave of regret, threatening to drown me in memories of my own failures. Despite wanting so desperately to move forward, I find myself frozen by self-doubt. I want so badly to leave these painful shadows behind, to step into the light of forgiveness and healing. But something inside holds me back. There's this haunting question that follows my every thought. How could someone who has given so much of themselves ever accept someone as broken as I am? You deserve the absolute best of everything. And here I stand, a broken man, made smaller by mistakes that once seemed so unimportant. The difference between who I was and who I've become is stark and heartbreaking. In the silence of my remorse, I've started to see the patterns of my life spread out before me like a map of destruction. Every wrong step, every careless moment has led me down this dark, painful road. I understand now that my choices weren't just bad luck or circumstances beyond my control. They were decisions born from weakness, fear, and my inability to face my own truth. This realization cuts deep, like a moment of reckoning, where karma shows itself in the harshest way possible. I'm harvesting the bitter results of my own actions, caught in a cycle of consequences I can no longer pretend doesn't exist. The divine has a way of ensuring that what we put into the world comes back to us, and I'm living proof of that universal truth. Yet even in the middle of this despair, there's a small flame of hope flickering inside me. It's the hope that comes with understanding that admitting your mistakes is the first step toward redemption. While the road ahead looks filled with pain and uncertainty, I now see it's a journey I have to take alone, armed with lessons learned from a past I can never get back. I have to face the truth of who I am, someone capable of causing deep hurt, but also someone with the potential to change. Even standing here among the ruins of my former self, I can sense the faint beginnings of something new, a chance to rebuild and seek forgiveness from both you and myself. I don't expect redemption to be easy, and I'm not demanding that you forgive the wrongs I've done. Instead, I'm offering this acknowledgement as proof of my commitment to change. I understand now that real healing can only start when I take responsibility for my actions and learn to forgive myself, even as I hope to someday earn your forgiveness, too. Maybe this is what karma really means.
I forgive you.
Realizing that every action has consequences, and only by facing our own darkness can we hope to step in.
You just have to learn how to forgive yourself, like I said. When you say it's your fault, it means you haven't forgiven yourself. When you come to a mental space of understanding, once you are with a wiser adult, this is why I'm older than you. It's so I can catch you in your youth when you fall. So you don't have to go through, perhaps, I'm guessing, so you don't have to go through what I went through. But you can just learn from my mistakes, or you can learn from the lessons that I'm teaching you to prevent you from making those same mistakes or falling. I didn't have to make mistakes to go through this. I just went through it because just like Jesus. If you're still blaming yourself, it means you haven't forgiven yourself, and it means you're still wondering. You still don't understand. The older twin, I'm the older twin, teaches you, the younger twin, because I carry more wisdom. It's not always the case, but that's how it is in our case. The first step forgiving yourself is understanding the reasons why things happen, the reasons why you made the mistakes that you made, the reasons why you are the way that you are, the reasons why those things happened. Look at your actions on the daily basis. You may think that you're eating healthy, but you're making a mistake. You're blinded. You think that what you're doing is okay when it's not. So that's why all these things are happening to you. These emotions. Look at your plate. The decision you make every day, what you put in your stomach every day, is also a broken law, a sin against God. Whenever you eat those animals, whenever you drink dairy milk, cut off those habits for once and for all. That's when you're going to start healing. Why? Because you're healing the animals that died by saying no to their bodies. The more you pick up that steak, you're saying put another chicken in that machine, let it die and be tormented so you can eat some more. You're using your authority and power to promote abuse until you start healing someone else. Start with those animals. You yourself won't be healed because you're repeating the cycle. Think about it. Let it marinate. All I can tell you is the door is open. If I'm on the sidewalk, the side of the bed is open. Of the sidewalk is open. Nothing is more comfortable than having the man that has the other half of my soul next to me. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. So fuck a house. Fuck the family. Don't have sex with the family. Forget them. This is what matters, because at the end, the universe, your own body is going to say, where is the other half of you? You think you're whole, but the flesh is lying to you. You think you're whole. You're not whole until the equation is complete. We are equations. We are an equation. We must be complete so the mission could be complete. The job could be done. The job could begin to be complete. Two pieces to a puzzle have to eventually come together to be made whole. Doesn't mean we have to kill each other or fight. It means we need to hold hands and walk through this together. You were not designed to do this by yourself. If so, then why? What is my purpose? Why am I here talking to you about this if you could do it all by yourself? Why? Why reach out to me? Why am I here if you could do it by yourself? Ask yourself that. Start stretching. Change your eating habits. Amazon has cheaper foods. Go volunteer at the food bank. That's how you pray for yourself. Get up and just go even when you don't feel like it. Say no to the devil. Say no to those emotions. Get up and go. Go feed the poor. Do something positive and pray for yourself. Every time you help a poor person, you're helping yourself. You're reaching where another person is struggling. So God is going to reach where you're struggling. He's going to stretch his hands. Guess what? These angels are his hands. These spirits are his hands, the good ones. Because you can't heal your soul. You don't know how to touch it. You can't even touch it. You can't see it. But God can see it. God can see those flaws. Even if God can't see your spirit or your soul, he can feel it. He can remove the pain. But you have to do it through healing someone else. Because by healing someone else, it's like you're healing yourself. And I know you think that what you're doing was healing them. No, it was an exchange. That's why you're broken. Because you weren't giving it for free. You were giving it for money. It was an exchange. It wasn't free. But why don't you go to the homeless shelter and give your time for free? Just extend it and see what God does for you. without expecting anything in return. Because the same thing you're asking them of, someone else is asking of you. They're asking of you. I'm not asking you to for anything in return. The universe is telling you. It's your own senses. Okay? It's just a form of surrender.
To the light, the Creator, in His infinite wisdom, has designed this world where our choices shape our destiny, and I'm finally ready to accept that truth. So here I am in this quiet moment of soul searching, accepting the full weight of my past and the promise of a future built on accountability and growth. The road ahead might be long and dangerous, but I'm determined to walk it, even if every step is uncertain. I'm resolved to rise from these ruins, to transform my pain into wisdom and my regret into a guide for a better tomorrow. Your person is ready to give up everything for you because they desperately want a stable, lasting relationship that honors the divine plan for love. Their love for you knows no bounds, and every moment by your side feels like a sacred gift. They've come to understand that you're the person who brings balance, joy, and purpose into their life, the missing piece that makes them whole. Without your warm presence, they feel an overwhelming emptiness, a void that only you can fill. Your constant kindness, your unwavering love, and your willingness to work things out have created a bond that's irreplaceable and blessed. But in the past, they let their ego overshadow these beautiful qualities, leading to moments of regret that now echo painfully in their heart. Through this journey of self-discovery and reflection, they've recognized that true love is like a beautiful tapestry woven from vulnerability, mutual respect, and the courage to grow together, understanding that holding on to stubborn pride only creates barriers to the happiness you both deserve, has been a major turning point for them. With a sincere desire to heal the past, they're setting aside their ego and embracing the truth that compromise isn't weakness. It's actually a stepping stone to a more harmonious relationship that reflects divine love. This newfound awareness is transforming them into a partner willing to put aside their flaws for the sake of your shared future. Your magnetic presence is like a lighthouse in the storm, drawing them back even in their darkest moments. Every smile, every gentle word, every act of kindness from you strengthens the magnetic pull between your souls. It's your natural ability to love unconditionally and see the best in others that inspires them to shed their old ways and become the person they're meant to be. They see in you a rare beauty and strength that motivates them to rise above past mistakes. With every heartbeat, they're reminded of the irreplaceable role you play in their life, a role that no other soul could ever fulfill. In quiet moments alone, your person has been planning ways to bridge the distance that's grown between you. The pain of separation runs deep, marked by intense longing and overwhelming regret. They're haunted by memories of times when their stubbornness created distance between you, and every day apart feels like a missed opportunity to create new, joyful memories together. Despite this heartache, their determination to reconcile has only grown stronger. They dream of a future where the past is forgiven and every day becomes a fresh start filled with hope, laughter, and tender moments shared in the glow of mutual love. This journey toward reconciliation proves the strength of true love, a love that isn't defeated by challenges, but actually grows stronger because of them. They've learned that by letting go of ego and embracing compromise, both hearts can flourish in a space of trust and understanding. The willingness to change, adapt, and grow together is what will ultimately transform your relationship into something balanced and deeply fulfilling. By setting aside pride, they're not losing themselves. They're finding a path that leads to a more authentic, connected, and loving partnership. It feels like the universe, with its mysterious and loving forces, has worked to guide you both toward a new beginning. There's a peaceful energy in the air, a gentle reminder that even through challenges, divine forces are working behind the scenes to restore the beauty and balance of your connection. These heavenly influences are smoothing out the rough edges of misunderstandings, preparing the way for a future where love, joy, and miracles flourish. Every step you take together is lit up by the promise of renewal and the certainty that brighter days are coming. Your own inner light and confidence amplify this cosmic energy. The way you carry yourself with grace and strength creates an irresistible aura that not only draws people to you, but also reassures your person that reconciliation is possible. Your light is a beacon that inspires hope, reminding them that despite past mistakes, the future holds endless possibilities. With every smile, every gesture of compassion, and every moment of genuine connection, you're writing a love story that goes beyond the ordinary, a story of strength, forgiveness, and love's power to transform everything. It's important to celebrate every milestone, no matter how small, as you both work to rebuild and strengthen your bond. Each act of compromise, every shared moment of laughter, and even the quiet acknowledgement of past mistakes are stepping stones toward a relationship that's richer, deeper, and more rewarding than ever before. The path you're on isn't without challenges, but it's paved with the promise of an everlasting connection blessed by divine grace. Together, you're learning that love isn't just a fleeting emotion, but a deliberate, sustained effort, a journey that requires patience, empathy, and unwavering commitment to one another. Now is the time to embrace this transformative phase with open hearts and minds. Trust in the process and allow yourselves to heal and grow through the lessons learned. Your person's willingness to leave behind their ego and commit wholeheartedly to your shared future is a gift, a promise of renewal, and a declaration of a love that's as enduring as it is profound. The universe has aligned in your favor, and as you both step forward into this new chapter, know that every compromise made, every challenge overcome, and every tender moment shared will bring you closer to a relationship filled with harmony, joy, and the kind of love that transcends time itself. Together, you are crafting a love story defined not by perfection, but by the beauty of your efforts to rise above imperfections. Story of resilience, transformation, and boundless passion. Embrace this journey, for the best is yet to come, and a future filled with light, laughter, and everlasting love awaits you both.
That was so sweet, babe. Thank you so much. And if I have to keep it mystery. Just know that it's not always comfortable for me to get out and talk about this connection. I mean, I want to. I'm pretty sure that's how you feel, but I'm just saying, like, I can talk about the connection, yes, but I'm talking about people in these comments are all falling and acting like you're the one for them, and that doesn't sit well with me. So I can't dive in and start acting like that, as if we don't hear them, as if we don't see how stupid they are. So we have, not that they're stupid, but we have to educate them. They're acting like it, they know better. So if I fall into that same trap as them, and as if we don't see that this is wrong, it's almost like saying, yes, let's all have sex with each other on the internet because this is it. But that's not what God asked. We know deep down this is not right. We know deep down that our personal life is our personal life. That's why it's called a personal life. It's a gift. You can't share your gifts with everybody. Not every gift is for everyone. Some gifts are for a specific someone. If that was the case, we would be able to give our souls to everyone and anyone. But we can't possibly do that in just the two bodies that we're in. That's why there's an internet. That's why we share our lives on social media, because that's the most we can do. Toodles.